Opening thoughts, still recovering from Wednesday. Can't wait for tomorrow. What a wonderful, unique opportunity. To play a team from Europe doesn't happen very often or hardly at all. To play a fantastic team like Lyon probably happens. The chances of that is even less. So we're ready. We're excited. To be at home in our stadium and give this game to our fans and fight for a trophy is a fun position to be in.
All right, we'll start questions off with Grant Little.
Hey, Mark, hope you're well. Thanks for taking the time. You're playing a team in Lyon that presents a different tactical challenge than what you're used to seeing in the NWSL. You've previously spoken about how the team improves when they play different systems. Can you talk about how this final benefits the Thorns now and how it will down the stretch in this season?
Yeah, I disagree with the tactical difference, like a different tactical challenge. I think Barca would have provided a different tactical challenge in how they play in their positional play. I think Lyon tactically are similar to a few teams that we play in this league. The individual quality is top, and there's probably a difference there in the technical player, the quantity of technical players that they have. I think probably not used to seeing that many quantity in one team. But I think this is a game where we have to be ready to adjust and adapt to the best of our ability while not losing who we are. And we've got a lot of respect for Lyon, a huge amount of respect, but I'm also really excited about this opportunity.
Next, we'll go to Jonathan Tannenwald.
Thanks, Mark. You mentioned a moment ago how excited you are to have this game in this building tomorrow. It's a matchup that a whole lot of people around the women's soccer world have been waiting a long time to see. And I wonder if that's been a point of discussion for you all and if you've done some reflecting on that.
No, we're focused on training well today. We're focused on preparing well tomorrow and performing at our absolute maximum. It's not a point of conversation. We've really lived by this, especially the last 2 years, but really lived by day and pouring everything we can mentally, physically, emotionally into each day, into each other, into the staff, into the teammates. And there's no difference here. We analyze, we prepare, we look to see where we can impose ourselves, what spaces could be available, and we also look at spaces that we've got to make sure we deny because the opponent will want them. No different, just exciting in the uniqueness, like you said, in this matchup. You'd probably argue the two biggest women's clubs in the world, brand-wise, history, support. These are two absolute heavyweights, and to see them go head-to-head is I think women's football's been screaming for it, and we'll be ready to play our part.
Next, we'll go to Sandra Herrera.
Hello, I'm Mark Sandra Herrera from CBS Sports. Thank you so much for your time today. I wanted to jump back into the previous match for like a quick second. The second half response from the team against Advance was quite impressive. And watching Olivia Moultrie sort of have the response in that second half that she did, I was hoping you could chat a little bit about some of her progression during this particular stretch of the season and her performance in that match against the Dash.
Yeah, I thought the second half obviously was distinctly different. We were more like ourselves. We played with bravery and we attacked the opportunity. We attacked the opponent with and without the ball. That's who we are. And we just needed to remind ourselves of that at halftime. And with Liv, I thought Liv was very good in the first half, as well as being very good in the second half. She was one of the better players on the pitch in possession in the first half. She got us out of trouble a few times with good feet. Her positions were good. Sometimes coming a bit low to get on the ball, which means we were having a link rather than higher where she can create. But I thought she had a very good first half. And then the second half, it speaks for itself. The assist, straight after the assist, she started the build up and almost finished it with a header, hit the crossbar. She scores. She should have scored in the first half as well. She had a chance that she should put away. and then she puts a penalty away. So for major impact, she was everywhere. I spoke about it probably 6-8 weeks ago. She arrived as a bit of a 10, but because she has so much qualities with and without the ball, I think it's going to be hard to keep her in just a specific spot. I think she has to be box to box. I think she has to be an 8, and I think you're seeing that in this Houston game. She played as an 8, and she was very important both sides of the ball. So happy with her. And of course, we have to remember she's going to have some amazing games in the future, but she'll also have some not so good games, and she'll get it right, she'll get it wrong. This is a part of development. The very, very best in the world are still doing that after 20 years. They have good and bad days. Liv's 15, it will happen to her as well. And right now she's loving the moment, and she's playing with no fear, and I think it's the best place to be.
Next, we'll go to Caitlin Best.
Hey, Mark. I'm just wondering if we could get an injury update on Yasmin Ryan, Morgan Weaver, Tyler Lucy, Celeste Bure.
Yeah, sure. Weaver will be available for this game, managed limited minutes. Yasmin will probably be available next week. Tyler, a couple of weeks away. Celeste, a couple of weeks away. So Weaver, Saturday. Then we'll see Yaz next week, and then next 2 weeks, Ty and Stell.
We'll take one last question, going back to Grant Little.
Hey, Mark, I was just wondering to get your thoughts and maybe some of your emotions about all of these former Thorns coming back to Providence Park for such a celebration of the women's game.
Yeah, I think women's football is unique, or football in general is unique. You come across a lot of players, but you also come across a lot of staff that you work with and interact with, and I feel very honoured that I've been able to spend 9-10 years in this league where there's ex or former players and former staff members that you've worked with everywhere. And this week, it's not just on the field. There's a lot of people off the field that are in town that you get to connect with, and important people. Regards to the players being able to be back, we're missing Ellie. Shout out to Ellie Carpenter. She's rehabbing in France. Tried to coach her into begging Lyon to bring her, and that Portland was a better place for rehab so we could grab coffee, but Lyon didn't fall for it. To see the other guys we won't get to play against Anna, of course, but not looking forward to playing against Mandy. Obviously a great talent, but I think there's a difference between her and the rest that will compete. Is she's got a heart of a lion. She's a warrior. She's got Thorns blood, and that makes her a worry to play against.